We've mentioned this on the show previously, but you know, I've often said regarding this particular story, well, it truly never happened. But of course, certain people are taking some time to catch up. And more importantly, certain people are very frightened, in fact, to cross paths, cross swords with a highly litigious pair that are the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, otherwise known as Harry and Meghan, unless of course you're in Diva Las Vegas, like Prince Harry. But what is interesting is exactly why this leading writer of a very much respected newspaper did this. Let me explain. Morning, how are you? Nice to see you. Thank you so much for your time today. Welcome one and all brand new subscribers. It is lovely to have your company. Whatever you're doing, do keep safe, do keep warm, and yes, by the way, and share this with you. Have you ever found somebody online and they show you some exercise, you know, when you've got a bit of a stiff knee, and you think, well, I'll have a go at that, and you think, well, that won't work. It did. Yes, you see, and I don't know about you, but I get really angry when you go and see, if you're lucky enough to get an appointment with a doctor, and you go, they just want to give you painkillers, don't they? They'll take some paracetamol, you'll be fine. Yes, it doesn't cure it though, does it? But, let me I don't mind saying this with everybody. You know, when you can hardly get up then, can you? Do you know what I mean? You do the exercises and you think, yes, this young boy is all of about 25. Suddenly you're clutching at things thinking, oh goodness, how can I get up from here? Eventually you do though. Always good to get moving, as I often say. Back to your royal story of the day. This story really was a big thing because, as we told you way back at the time, there was always this sort of thing that our late and wonderful monarch, Her Majesty the Queen, apparently was zipping back and forth to Frogmore Cottage to spend time with Lilibet, Princess Lilibet, whatever you want to call her, you know, whatever the title is, that is on the royal website. And I said at the time, odd, nobody remembers it, it's not in the Queen's diary, no courtier remembers her zipping back and forth, but that was the mantra that was put out. Now, of course, this particular person was writing a feature for the very much esteemed tabloid newspaper, The Times, or broadsheet should I call it, and this is a person who's had a very stellar career so far. And what's fascinating is, very recently, The Times also produced this particular article, and very quickly they had to take this down as well. This was all about a certain individual who was leaving the Archewell empire, audio empire, production empire, whatever you want to call it, right? What was interesting there was that, you know, that was removed without, of course, any explanation at all. Now, in this particular feature, basically the writer has said all about Prince Archie's birth and, of course, Princess Lily's birth, who has not visited Great Britain. Naturally, we reached out to the Times. Naturally, nobody wants to get involved or indeed respond. So you do a little bit of digging, and the bottom line was legal recourse. Yes. I'll just leave it there, you know what I mean. And of course it's interesting, isn't it? Because all of these sort of threats, veiled threats, whatever you want to call them, from litigious people, you have to back them up. And the simple way of backing this up is, if of course Lilibet did ever visit Great Britain, and I for one, yes, I'm saying I'd like to see some evidence, well, where is the picture? Because I believe that everybody would love to see a picture of our late and wonderful monarch with, of course, one of her grandchildren, you know, whatever. You see, I believe that lots of people would love to see a picture, an unseen picture of our wonderful monarch with Princess Lily. I mean, it would be something of a gem. And you would have thought that that may have been included, as it was heavily with their son, Prince Archie, Harry's son, inside the Netflix docuseries. But we never saw that either, did we? So for now, it's fascinating to note that even somebody has stepped maybe out of line, maybe it was a glitch on the computer, whatever, but it was very swiftly removed with, I can tell you, a personal apology, winged its way over to Montecito. Make of that what you will. Neil Sean in the very heart of Kensington, London.